What's up, guys? Bringing you the deadlift workout from 2 days ago this week. This time I figured I'd incorporate some of the warm-ups that I do before I start lifting heavy on any particular day. I always start with a bicycle, as you see here. Just kind of get the juices flowing, 3 to 5 minutes, medium intensity, not too hard, not too easy. Some warm-ups that I do before any lower body type lift. Since I was deadlifting today, I was doing these leg lifts to get my hips opened up loose, get those hip flexors ready to start pulling some heavier weight. I do this for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, 10 reps on each side. Here's mostly to just get the hamstrings warm. I'll usually do maybe 20 to 30 reps on each side of this one. I feel that this one's really helpful for any lower body lift of any type. I start doing some of these hip stretches. This one I won't do for too long, but it'll just get my hips really ready to lift. Deadlifting, I start really light. I use the bar. I try to be exact with all of my reps, just like I do on bench press in the other video. One thing that you'll note is that I don't take the bar all the way to the ground, just because once there's plates on there and there's more weight, that's about the height that the bar will be. So no need to sort of go too low on that. Start with 135. I don't really feel that it's necessary to start any lighter than that on deadlifts. And yeah, just really light, but still really exact, trying to keep the form good as much as I possibly can, even though it's lightweight. Right on to 225. As you'll see here, I try to keep it double overhand grip as much as I possibly can, just to avoid any kind of imbalances. Now, as soon as I move the weight past this, I'll probably just move to switch grip, but even for 225, I'll go double overhand. 275, I've got that in between 225 and 315. I went switch grip right here for some reason, but I typically keep it double overhand for this weight. First set of 315. One thing that you guys will probably notice right away is that I'm going touch and go with these reps. It's really just because I'm getting back into the swing of deadlifting and just trying to feel the weight. It's not super heavy for me, but I'm still just getting used to it again. What I did on this day is that I did 4 sets of 6 for 315 on deadlift, which is a pretty decent split for me. I could have gone higher volume, definitely on each set. I could have done more sets, but I felt like on this particular day that would be a good split for me just to get back into the swing of deadlifting. Just now that I'm looking at this footage for the first time is that I need to work a little bit more on keeping my hips down and also widening my stance. It's kind of a weird hybrid stance that I never really noticed myself doing before, because it feels wide and it's supposed to be more like sumo than conventional, but it's kind of in the middle. I think that widening my stance will actually help me lift a little bit more weight on this, place the emphasis more on my lower back, which is kind of what I'm targeting with this. There's no one muscle group in particular that I would be building up with this lift. I just like doing this lift a lot, but I think that I need to widen my stance a little bit. As a hypertrophy back workout. I always start with pull downs. Now, I didn't want to do this exact exercise on this day, but the other cable loaded lat pull down machine was being used by like 3 or 4 guys, so I had to use this plate loaded one, which doesn't give me as good of a squeeze, but it still gets the job done. And here I'm starting with, I think, 115 on each side with the plates. To record a couple more sets of each exercise, and here's the heavy top set of these pull downs. A little jerky. I think I could work on that a little bit, but it actually looks better than I thought. Good speed. 135 on each side, so I have 345s on both sides. Pretty good. To do on these hypertrophy back workouts is to do these bent over rows with a barbell, because it gets the best squeeze, the best kind of work on my muscle versus a plate loaded machine. I start with 135 right here for 10, pretty easy. A little bit heavy, and go with 155 here, which isn't extremely heavy, but I was already a little bit tired from the pull downs and the deadlifting, so I started to, get a little bit more upright than I should, but not terrible. That I don't see in too many gyms. It's a pullover machine. It's a squeezing type exercise. It's going to really work the outer part of your lats. I actually really enjoy doing it. You can put a lot of weight on it, and it gets a unique stretch that not many other exercises are going to get on your back. Loaded row right here, I feel like is very important for me to get a good squeeze on my center back versus a cable loaded machine. I just feel like I can really isolate my back better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the last exercise that I got on camera. It's an isolateral row, kind of targets my upper mid back, very specific part of my back. And here I use it with some light weight to just kind of get a burnout, you know, really force some blood back there into my back for the end of the workout.